at major in Educational Center Management last month. From Tech University. So, tama na yan. Ayaw ko na mag-aral. Natutunan ko na lang kayo. Pero pinag-aaral ako sa PNU ng state ng issue for PhD daw ng Educational Management. Pag-isipan ko muna. Okay? So, here's your objectives. So, alam nyo na yan. Didiscuss daw ni Dr. EJ your the anabolic, catabolic, and metabolic pathways. Sabi niya sa akin. Yes. Okay, so, didiscuss ko lang yung outline lang. The details will be discussed during our discussion ng individual metabolisms. So, i-outline ko lang ang carbohydrates, lipids, amino acids, sa different levels ng cell para malaman natin conversions nila into metabolic fuels. Okay, so how are our different steps in our metabolism being regulated? So sa Krebs cycle ninyo, alam niyo na ba kung ang oxaloacetate, anong amino acids ang maproproduce from them going to your gluconeogenesis? Parang bago-bago kayo. Ah? Meron, di ba? Fumarate, ano ang amino acid conversion niya para makapasok siya sa gluconeogenesis? Meron yan sa Harper's, isang figure. Meron? Meron. Naalala niyo nung nag-orientation tayo, yung unang-unang pinakita sa inyo na pagkakadikit-dikit lang ng metabolisms, nandun din yun. Okay? So that's very important. Sa Krebs cycle nyo, sa substrate ng Krebs cycle nyo, alin doon mag-convert into what amino acid? Because I will be discussing that during the catabolism. Pagpasok niya sa gluconeogenesis. Diba? What's gluconeogenesis ba? Production of glucose from non-carbohydrates. So it can be from amino acids. Most commonly from your amino acids. Okay, so this will be our objectives. Paspasan natin para para makapag-games tayo. Okay? What is metabolism? It is the interconversion of chemical compounds in the body. The pathways taken by individual molecules, specifically nga ngayon or carbohydrates, their interrelationships, and the mechanisms that regulate the flow of metabolites through the pathways. Kaya, mas mahirap ang metabolism kasi dugtong-dugtong na sila. Okay? Para naman hindi kayo nahihirapan sa bayan eh. Sumama ng loob ko eh. Sa akin lang may bagsak. Pinasalahan ni Dr. Rico, saka ni Dr.
Garin.
Aris. Ako lang ang meron. I have 7 failed. I have 5 na langanin. 75 na Daya nga nila eh. Sa akin namin, babawasan namin ko ito 30. Yung kapulong ko lang yun. But next year, we will be cutting the admissions. Kasi sobrang nabukog yung faculty na yun sa 60. So we will just be admitting 40, then baka may mag-uwit sa inyo na 15, gano'n. Okay? So alam nyo na to, sinabi ni Doc EJ, anabolic. Okay, so that will be your synthesis. Okay? Synthesis yan ha. Glycolysis, glycogenesis, genesis. Gluconeogenesis, glycogenesis, yan yung synthesis, pagbuo. Pagdating naman sa catabolic breakdown naman. Okay? The breakdown na babasagin naman natin sila. Okay? Edray, nako-conscious ako, masyado mo akong tinititigan. Oh, maganda ba ako, Edray? Oh, nako-conscious ako kay Edray. Sabihin ko kay Doc Rico. Ito, tinititigan ako kay Edray. Favorite ka natatawa. Baka tinitext mo na kay Doc Rico yan, ah. O, di ba? O, ano ang catabolic pathway, Edray? Ano, conscious na si Edray sa akin. Conscious na siya. Ah? O baka naman may bakang crush na professor. Oo, kasi lagi kami nag-uusap ni Edray, hindi nyo ba alam yun? Close kami. Meron kami relationship. Bukod kay Nico na madalas message. Dok, anong oras lang po tayo bukas? Mga ganun lang naman ang message niya sa akin. Okay, so alam nyo na ha, catabolic is breakdown. Pero meron tayong pathway na merong anabolic and catabolic. Ano yun? Ha? Amphibolic. Ano example ng amphibolic? Yes, citric acid cycle. Very good, galing po yun. Yan ha. Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, yan na yung magiging papasok sila lahat. O after your digestion and absorption, you will break down into their building blocks. So, then makakatabolize siya into acetyl-CoA and will all enter into your citric acid cycle either for synthesis or for your breakdown. Kaya, ang citric acid cycle is the pathway of all pathways. Okay? Since we have to incorporate nutrition sa biogarden niyo, napag-usapan niyo na ba ang metabolic rate with Dr. Shasha? But I think you have discussed based on metabolic rate, you computed your BMRs, di ba? Okay. So, your metabolic rate is practically your total energy expenditure. During your nutrition, nag-compute na tayo ng DEE natin. So, you have three components of your metabolic rate, yung BMR, thermic effect of food or your thermogenesis, and of course, your energy use during exercises or any physical activity. Okay? So, what do you mean by your BMR? Alam niyo na to, even at rest, you consume your energy. Kahit natutulog ka, meron kang energy yung kinoconsume because you have involuntary processes na kailangan pa rin ng energies. Like, yan, yung heart, yung breathing. So, kailangan nyo pa rin ng energy dyan. And of course, the body's BMR accounts for the largest amount of energy expended daily. It is around 50 to 80% of your daily energy use. Yung maa-absorb natin na energy, gagamitin natin sa BMR. Siyempre, pinakamalakihan, kahit natutulog ka, meron kang consumption. Okay? So, what's your BMR? It is the amount of energy your body needs to maintain homeostasis, and it is determined by your lean mass. Okay? So, pag-usapan natin, yung mas mataba ba compared sa maskulado, sino ang mataas ang BMR? Kasi lean. Okay? So, ibig bang sabihin, mas mataas ang BMR ni Sino? Ano? CJ? Tayo ka naman dyan. Tayo ka CJ. Ako sa BMR ni Lance. Tayo ka naman lang. Oo. Diba? Diba? So, mas mataas ang BMR. Hindi naman maskulado si CJ. Sino bang mas maskulado dito? Si ako. Sino? O sige mamaya, yung matalo, tanggalan natin ng polo. O sige, kayo na lang yung matatalo, magtatanggal ng one piece ng ano, ha? O sige, mamili tayo for each group mamaya, merong isa. Pag natalo, kung hindi nakasagot, magtanggal na isang part ng yun lang ang guidelines ko. Yun na lang ang guidelines. Oy, Major, hawak naman yung tanggal ng template, walang kapilip. Factors that will affect your BMR. Okay, your BMR is influenced by multiple factors working in combination, and this will include your body size. Okay? Pag mas mataba, mas babagal yan. So, of course, yung amount of lean muscle tissue, amount of body fat, yung crash dieting or starving, growth, of course, mas mataas ang BMR, age, pag mas bata, at mas matanda, mas mababa BMR, gender, of course, mas bababa pag sa babae, mas mataas pag sa lalaki, genetic predispositions, hormonal and nervous controls, environmental temperature, pag mas mainit, pag malamig kasi mas nakakatip ka ng yung energy. Then, of course, pag may infection and dietary. Gets? Yes? Pag body size, alin na mas mataas ang BMR? Body size. Pag malaki, iba pag lean ang pinag-usapan, ha? Lean and fat. Ito yun. Okay? Okay? Pag mas lean, mataas. Kasi mas mag-burn yun ng iyong energy. Okay. Pag mas mataba, mas mababa. Okay? Next is your thermogenesis. Your body uses energy to digest the foods and drinks you consume, and also absorbs, transport, and stores their nutrients. So, sa thermogenesis, 5 to 10 lang. Ang BMR nyo, ilan ulit? 50 to 80. Tapos, ang thermogenesis, 5 to 10. Okay. So, foods that affect your metabolism, fats, carbohydrates, and of course, your macromolecules and proteins. But the one that will be increasing your metabolism is yung protein, so i-increase niya sa 20 to 30%. Kaya pag nag-diet ka, mas mag-protein ka para bumili sa metabolism. Hot, spicy foods can have a significant thermal effect. Okay? So yan, hindi nagamit natin pag nag-exercise tayo. Kung hindi ka nag-exercise, syempre, wala kang energy na magagamit. So this is energy used by physical movement, and it varies the most depending on how much energy you use each day. Kung sedentary ka, so hindi ka gagamit ng energy. Okay? So these are the pathways. So ito ang major. Substrate for all of your metabolisms will involve your acetyl-CoA. So what will connect your carbohydrate metabolism, protein, and fat metabolism will be through your oxidative phosphorylation entering into your TCA through your acetyl-CoA. So alam niyo na yan. Okay, here, carbohydrates metabolism, kita nyo nakakonekta siya sa inyong citric acid cycle from your glycolysis, glycogenolysis, so that's your breakdown of glycogen. And yung sa triacylglycerols, of course, from your glycolysis. So, yan ang pagkakakonekta nila. Your glucose can occur in an anaerobic conditions to produce your lactate. Your glucose and your other metabolites will go into different processes like gluconeogenesis, glycogenolysis or glycogenesis. And if you produce your NADPH and your ribose, that will be involved in your nucleotide acid synthesis. And of course, yung triphosphate ninyo will enter into your metabolism tapos na kayo sa lipid or your triacylglycerols. PAG. Naalala nyo yan ha? Naalala nyo sa lipids ha? Pyruvates and intermediates in the citric acid cycle will provide carbon skeletons. I-discuss ko yan. Specifically, each of the amino acids for your catabolisms ng amino acids. Okay? So, your pyruvate will also be a precursor for fatty acid and cholesterol. You're done with that. Steroid hormone synthesis, I think I will parang included yan sa special protein synthesis natin. Okay, for the lipid metabolism, you're done with this. For the acetyl-CoA, it will be a precursor, of course, of your cholesterol and steroid hormones. Alam natin yan, arachidonic metabolism. Nataanan nyo yan, hypoxygenases. Naalala nyo ba sila? Uy. Prostaglandin. Kayo Pinatangon. Naalala nyo? Dinis kasi Doc AJ yan. Ha? Hindi ko tuloy alam kung na-discuss kami. Natutunan ba kayo sa Forcel? Or puro sama ng loob? Ako din, puro sama ng loob. Okay, I will be the one discussing the catabolism of your amino acids. So, you know their essential and non-essential amino acids. So, pag-uusapan yan, pag-uusapan natin. Most common metabolism for your amino acids will be your transamination. Okay, so ano ang fate of your amino nitrogens? Of course, we will be discussing your urea cycle. Sa transamination naman ng yung carbon skeletons, we will be discussing, I will run through, kasi parang na ano kayo, I will run through the different amino acids that will enter into your citric acid cycle. Kasi parang nakalimutan nyo na siya. Okay? So this is very important. Kung saan level ng cell siya, you should know kung ano ang metabolism na nangyayari doon. Of course, most of your carbohydrate metabolisms and your amino acid metabolisms will be in your liver. And then, yung urea, hindi naman siya sa kidney nangyayari metabolism still in the liver, but your excretion will be from your kidneys. And then, of course, ano ang mga metabolisms that occur in your muscles? So, nandiyan siya. So, bigger. Mas malaki. Okay? So, dyan nangyayari, makikita nyo, lipolysis, and other metabolisms. Okay? So, meron kayong metabolism that occur in the cytosol, but mostly they are in your mitochondria. Depende kung inner or outer mitochondria.
Bigay sana yan. Ang liliit.
So this is just a preview. So see, from citric acid cycle, meron ka ng, when you break down your glycogen, papasok lahat siya sa PCA. So interconnected yan, including the lipids and your amino acids. Okay? Ano na natapos natin dyan? Yun lang gitna, di ba? Yun lang citric acid cycle. Pero tapos na kayo sa fatty acids Fatty acids, so nakapasok na yan dyan, doon, beta oxygenation and glycogenesis. You're done with this one, di ba? So I will be discussing the upper part and yung sa amino acids, metabolism. So, exciting, no? Biochem, no? Pagdugtong-dugtong ito yan. Pag nag-submit kayo sa akin ng inyong portfolio, magkakadikit na yan. Sama-sama na yan. That will be your final activity. Okay? So yan, interconnected, as shown in the figure kanina. Ayan na. This one is the more important that you will understand. You should understand because this will be your explanation during your laboratory. Okay? So, yung gutom na gutom, ano ang lalabas na fasting blood sugar niya? Yung kakakain lang, ano ang lalabas? Sige, tanungin ko. Kumain ako ngayon ng, sige, quarter pounder. Ngayon, in-extrahan ako. Kumain si Lance ng quarter pounder din. In-extrahan siya after 30 minutes. Kumain si Nico ng quarter pounder din. After 1 hour, in-extrahan siya. Sino may pinakamataas ang sugar sa inyo? Yan? Si Nico? Ikaw? Ako? Sino? Hindi kayo sure, no? Makikita niyo yan sa experiment niyo. Kasi the effect of your hormones will pick up on a certain time. So kahit ako nakakain ko, hindi pa rin yun mag-manifest sa aking random blood sugar level. Okay? So ganun ang gagawin natin so you will understand. Yung nakaupo lang dyan, inuhanan mo ng sugar, yung tumakbo, sino ang mas mataas ang sugar? Okay? Nakaupo. Sabi ko nakaupo. Kasi hindi siya kumain ng glucose. Yung tumakbo ginagawa niya. Okay? So mga different conditions. But you analyze. And then tignan natin sa experiment na lalabas. Okay? So, metabolic states of the body, absorptive state, post-absorptive state, and of course, your starvation. So, yan, pagkakakain, tapos after yun yung sinabi ko, 0 per an hour. Okay? So, this will be the diagram. Once you digest your nutrients, it will enter into your bloodstream. From the intestine, the blood sugar concentrate rises. Tignan nyo ha, dapat alam nyo kung gaano katagal kung kailan siya tataas. Okay? So pagpasok nyo dyan, ano ang magkocontrol dyan? Mataas ang sugar mo, so ibig sabihin, ang tataas dyan ay yung insulin para i-maintain niya yung level. So, aling hormones ang stagnant, hindi siya active during that time? Your glucagon. Kasi opposite ang insulin at saka glucagon. So, that's how you are going to analyze. Yung effect niya sa liver, sa muscles, and sa adipose tissue. Yan, absorptive stage. Post-absorptive stage. Nano ko lang, nilakihan ko lang. Okay? So as you can see, your different macromolecules will give you ATPs depending on what metabolisms ang pinasukan ng inyong monomers. So, we have to interconnect that. Interconnect it to your TCA. So, we will know kung ano mag-a-affect sa inyong BMR when you do your laboratory. So, bukas, I think, RBS kayo. RBS random. So, wala kayong instruction. So, bahala kayo kung ano kumakain kayo ng morning. Basta at random kukunin ni Dr. E.G. tomorrow. Okay? So, or representative lang siguro. Hindi naman siguro lahat kayo. And then you analyze. Okay? And then when I come back, yun na nga yung may tatak ko sa inyo. Meron na akong instruction na may kakain 1 hour before extraction. So, ganun tayo. Okay? Sige. Do you have any questions? You will have a 15-minute quiz tomorrow for your activity. I'll give it to Dr. Eden. Okay.
Ilang kayo?
Or ayaw niyo pa mag-quiz? So,
Fresh pa.
kasi alam ko mataas kayo makukuha niyo. Kasi it's very basic yung question.
Indicator.
Okay? If you want to watch yung dependent learning module, i-ano nila lang siya. Oh, it's 11:10 na. Mag-games tayo? Ayaw nyo mag-games tayo?